Hi everyone. My birth story was one of the greatest miracles of my life. My parents told me that I was almost suffocated by my mother's umbilical cord when I was born. Fortunately, my mother couldn't have contractions during her attachment. Even though the doctor gave her a medication to force her to have it, but thanks to God, as you can see now, she couldn't still have contractions. With me, we will learn that adventure has many definitions that are also current on our lives. This is why it is really important to me to explore the adventures of this world. Traveling around all over the world is one of my biggest adventures. Adventure also gives me some challenges. It allows me to experience some great things in my life. It experiences me the opportunity to make decisions about my life. And it also pushes me to learn something new by myself. To begin with, traveling around the world is one of the biggest adventures in my life. Back in 2011, my family and I had a trip to Santo Domingo. It was a great adventure for me, especially as a kid going to another country and then saw different cultures, different food was one of the interesting things in my life. And then I feel like, in the future, I will explore the world to see what other cultures they have in their countries. On the other hand, adventures can be seen as a challenge. I like the challenges that the adventures gives me. I remember when I was a kid, riding a bicycle for the first time was really a big challenge for me. Falling off on my bicycle has almost become a habit for me. I couldn't even went to my mother see my injuries every time I fell. Guess what I did? I run a long sleeve on both hands so that way I can hide my injuries so that my mother couldn't see it. Couldn't notice it. And then this experience taught me to not give up. Always keep moving. If you fail, get up and move on. Many people don't know how to ride a bicycle. Now I can stand and proud of myself that I say I know how to ride a bicycle. I realize that every time I do something, there is a voice that says don't do it, but there's another voice that says do it. For instance, changing my first job to another one was very difficult decision for me. I kept asking myself, am I doing the right decisions? If I'm gonna regret it in the future. But there's a thing. To adventures, you need to move forward. Keep moving. Then adventure is like a source of motivations. No one taught me how to navigate a computers or telephones. I learned this by myself. I also know how to repair the electronic devices. This one or reason why I chose to be electronic engineer. Not only adventure is a kind of motivations, but it also put me on the positions to decide about my life. Deciding which career should I take was one of the big decisions. And then deciding which partner I should engage was also a big decision. In summary, adventure can be any kind of new experience. My greatest one was traveling around the world. Adventure is also gives me some challenges. It allows me to experience some great things in my life and give me the opportunity to make decisions about my life too. Life goes by faster than we can imagine. It is really important for me to take time to have adventures in my life. What are you waiting for?